Morning Money Gang, welcome back to the Hair Extensions Business Masterclass, continuing the weekly conversation, this one on content and today's conversation on consistency. I know you guys are like, Charlotte, you've been gone for the last couple weeks. Let's focus on the message here, okay? Let's get to the money. Content is absolutely key. I hope I drove that home with all of you guys in yesterday's video. In case I didn't, make sure that you hit the link above and give that one a watch so that everything I'm about to say makes even more sense. So consistency is everything. It's not enough that you have all these great ideas and that you have this backlog of photos and videos that you've captured and created and curated. It's not enough for you to just post a whole bunch today and then not post for the rest of the week. That doesn't work. Depending on the platform you're on, there is a level of consistency that your customers, your potential customers, expect to see. On YouTube, people expect to see you at least once a week. On Instagram, people expect to see you. If you're a business, look at the pages that are doing the absolute most. Look at the Fashion Novas, look at the shade rooms, look at the pages that are, look at 50 Cent's page. There are so many great examples of what people expect and what leads to the actual win on those platforms. Like I said yesterday, it's up to you to do your research on your niche. Look at exactly who your customer avatar is, where she's hanging out on the internet, and who she's following, and then look at their pages and try to get the formula away from it. Try and get why these pages are growing so much. When it comes to the shade room, it's a lot of people's only resource for information about the news and pop culture. They post so often, like several, I think at least a dozen times a day, and people look forward to it. And that's why their numbers are going up and going up and going up. Same with Fashion Nova's page, with all the reposts and all of that stuff and their curated content along with their user content. At the end of the day, what these pages have that a lot of you don't is consistency. People know when they follow these pages that they are going to get a dose of inspiration, a dose of shadiness, a dose of information about the rest of the world that they otherwise wouldn't get, or would maybe get in another tone that maybe they don't appreciate so much. But they know that they can count on these pages to have new stuff pretty much anytime they go back to check on these pages. And that is what drives these pages' engagement up as well. People are expecting to see new stuff because they've set the tone. They've shown up and stayed consistent for years with their content. Meanwhile, you decide to post on Tuesday, then you post on Friday afternoon, then you don't really feel like it for a week, so you take that week off, and then you might post. That's not it. Why would I follow you? Why would I follow you? There are so many other hair pages on Instagram. If you look at our page, it's just beautifully curated. We post at the same time every single day, at least 6 times a day on white label extensions. And you can go through and when you hit someone's recent followers, it shows you the list. Tap on the pages. All of those people that are following us are real. And that's because we've shown up and stayed consistent. Consistency is like a promise that you're making to your customers that you are going to be there, that you can expect me to be here with new content that either entertains or educates you. And when it comes to beauty and hair and all that stuff, coming with the looks, coming with the stuff, that's entertainment. That's inspiration. People love seeing that sort of thing. For us and this YouTube channel, we've been doing 5 videos a week for the last since almost the start of the year pretty much, and we've been extremely consistent with it. So much so that we've gained, I think, around 10,000 new followers since the start of the year. I'm not sure exactly what that number is because it's not really about follower count to me. It's about just staying consistent and engaging with the people that really find value in this content, which is also probably why we're growing, is because I'm focused on the right things. But we took a 2-week break for my mental health mostly, and also because we needed to cause an interrupt. At a certain point, when you are putting out daily content, you become really easy to miss. People know that they're gonna see another one tomorrow and another one tomorrow and another one tomorrow. So either they're super engaged or it's just like, I'll catch the next one because I know it's coming. And then once you miss one, you miss another couple ones, because we tell the story of you building your business one after the other, it almost becomes overwhelming for you to try and catch up with it. So, because I know all of you have other jobs and lives and kids and so much going on, we are now down to 3 posts a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, because we know that you can keep up with it. We noticed that in our content, the retention from video to video started trickling down a little bit. It might be because we were getting super practical with the information, or because of the missability, I guess we can call it. So we're down to 3 weeks. And what has allowed us to stay so consistent, now this is like the major hack, is the fact that we batch. At the start of the year, I was doing like daily streams, not sustainable, not with the way my life is set up. Video Guy Joe, we just sit and we knock out months worth of content in one sitting. It's called batching. And I don't think it only applies to content creation, but I know that it is an extremely effective method of getting stuff done that you know needs to get done on a consistent basis. This way, when we do batch, we get to schedule out posts that will go up over the course of the next month. That means we have an entire month to go ahead and re-record any new content that we need to follow once all of these posts are done airing. So we get to stay ahead of the schedule. If anything should come up, if I need to fly out of the country, or if Joe needs to go and handle some Joe business, then the business doesn't suffer. The content creation, the whole model, and the consistency doesn't suffer because life is happening. So for those of you that are struggling to keep up with your Instagram posts, what you guys need to do, like my Instagram guy, what he does is he batches. I talked about how we go through and we save a bunch of posts, we curate different people's content, and we give them all the credit for that stuff. He will schedule a week's worth of posts, and that is 6 posts a day. We do not take time off on weekends. That's 42 posts that he'll schedule in one day. And then he'll get onto one of our other accounts. Make time in your schedule. Like, this is literally money. If your Instagram page is not right, I am not giving you a fucking dime. It is 2019, and if I'm putting in the work for my business's page, I'm not spending money with your business if you're not putting up that same work. This applies to your clothing boutiques, your hair extensions businesses, if you're a stylist, anyone that is using this visual medium, these visual platforms, batch your content. That is I think it's pretty much the only way, unless all you're doing is creating content and you don't have to worry about life getting in the way of things. This is pretty much the only way I have found to be able to stay consistent without missing a beat. So, today's homework, drop a link to an Instagram feed that you absolutely love. Then tell me about it. What is it that you love about this page? Is it because every time you check them out, there's something new and exciting that they're showing you? Is it the layout that they've selected for their items? Is it the fact that the owner of the company is consistently out there putting out information and educating and entertaining? I'll throw out one. I am Alonzo Arnold's Instagram page. He's super, super funny. He creates wigs. He's always showing his creations. He gets thousands of comments in and he's funny. And so he's always either educating or entertaining, and he is consistent with it. So go ahead and drop one of those pages that inspires you and let me know why. Tell me about their content strategy and what you can borrow from them so that you can get to that bag.